Hey, what's up, YouTube world? This is my video for Wednesday. We're gonna call it Whiskey Wednesday. Cheers. I've had a horrible day. It's just one of those things that everyone has bad days. My day today was just horrible for some reason. You know, I go to work very early in the morning. I went to work and my day just kind of was ruined the entire day. So, for everyone at home, I'm going to make the most horrible video. Let me rephrase that. I'm going to make the video dealing with my most horrible toys. When I say horrible, I don't mean the toys that are actually in this bin, but every collector that collects action figures, collects comic books, collects whatever. You can collect beer mugs. You have that one box, and that box is just full of whatever. This is my open box. Let me see here. It's just a box, no lid. I mean, obviously everything's random when I open up toys, but excuse me. This is just an open box. Things got thrown in this box over time, whether they were in a collection that I bought or they were somewhere. I'm just gonna start here in a second, because why not tackle the things that are causing you a problem today? Because they won't be a problem tomorrow. Because tomorrow I'm gonna have a great day, I promise you. Whew, that's good, but strong. First thing, actually, let me go ahead and hit this thing up right here. As things fall. The official World Wrestling Federation presents Wrestling Superstars. It is a carrying case for your action figures. Cool thing about it is you got Hogan. I don't know, that looks like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but I don't know if it's going to be somebody else. You have Andre the Giant, who's right here on the side. I have a lot of glare. You got Roddy Piper in the corner. And actually, if my memory serves me correctly, you have a lot of people that are on the inside. I see the Iron Sheik for sure, and I see Ivan something or other. There's a lot of characters. I'm gonna look this thing up just because I know that there's a lot of classic characters. Let me see if there's a date on this bad boy. 1986, Titan Sports. This came out the year I was born. This thing is 32 years old. So guess what? 32 years ago, 33 years ago I was conceived, 32 years ago, that came out. It's got some cool characters. Much love to the characters that I saw when I was growing up. You know, 5, 6 years old when my dad was watching it, and I was like, man, what are you watching? I better be a fan. Random box. Like I said, it's the open box. Another Mighty Mug. Indiana Jones. So, the first hot toy that I ever bought was a Black Widow. The second hot toy I ever bought as a Christmas gift for my wife. Any girls that are watching this will probably be like, you bought your wife an action figure for Christmas? Yes, I did. I got her Indiana Jones Temple of Doom hot toy because she has a weird crush on Harrison Ford. Now, I have a tiny little man crush on Harrison Ford, just because he's awesome, but she's all about Harrison Ford. So I was like, let me go ahead and buy her the authentic figure, scar on his face and all. But whenever I find Indiana Jones things, I like to buy them so I can give to my wife. It's just a weird little gift. Next, I got an NWO Nitro Street Rod limited edition. We already saw this number, 1 out of 4,998. Serial numbers printed on the chassis. A Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner NWO car. Obviously I have to open the box to look at the chassis to see which number it is, but I'm pretty sure all of them were number 1. By the way, if anyone sees my hair here, yes, it's very fluffy, very poofy. Maybe my next video I'll do something, maybe hold it back, get a headband, or do something. Looks like I got quite a few. So, my open box is when I have friends come to visit. They come visit, they want to go hang out, they want to go downtown, they want to party, they want to do whatever. But my big thing is, because I have such a big collection, and I've said previously in videos that I like to give toys to my friends. It's just one of those things I like to do. It's not like, you know, I'm just saying, nope, you have to buy them from me. No, I'll just give them to you. So I specifically remember pulling this one out. This is the Undertaker on a motorcycle, WWF Attitude Era. It was bought for $2.08. This is the Undertaker on a purple motorcycle. A little bit of Purple Rain. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Look at my stuff in the background. Come on, dog. I'm not going anywhere. Nope. What? You gonna be on TV again? Last time you were on TV, you didn't do anything. Back again. Once again, I take this thing off when I do things like mop floors, do dishes, do whatever, because I want to get it scratched up. Well, I was mopping the floors earlier. It's Whiskey Wednesday. What am I going to do? Wow, that's strong. Next random thing in here. We talked about this already. One of my favorite toys. I had this when I was younger. The Punisher War Van. Obviously, it's loose. I know I have at least one, probably two of these bad boys that are in their packages still. Mint on card or mint in box, if you will. But if you were to open up the back doors without breaking it, well, let's just do that because that opened up right away. You've got a turret that pops out, and it's hard to see, but there are two weird gray weapons there. I guess I'm trying not to break it. Headlights and bumper come down for sweet, I assume, machine gun action. All the hubcaps come out. They've got the Punisher skull on them. Let me know if anyone finds these on the internet. I might put them on my pickup truck, just so I can be the guy that's got the weird Punisher rims on his truck. And then on the back, you've got a... Oh, look at that. There's a bag associated with it. Looks like an M16 with a 203 grenade launcher. And then it looks like two other Mark 19-ish grenade launchers. But point is, this is in the back. You can get towed behind it. Giant cannon that comes out of the back. And there goes one of the doors. They didn't want to break off. And cool thing is, the door opens. You can put Punisher in there. The passenger door opens, so you can put whoever you want in there. Punisher's probably cruising around, doing what he's gonna do. Like I said, this is gonna be my problem tub. This is gonna be my tub that I open up, and there's just stuff. I don't even have to open it because it's open. Mr. Potato Head, Spider-Man Mr. Potato Head. This came from my mom. I haven't given my shout out to my mom lately, but Mom, shout out to you. Thank you for the Spider-Man Mr. Potato Head. There we go. Next in line. So, Superpower Collection. This is a DC collection. Obviously a figure case. What? So many figures. And there's a Batman comic I should probably read, and a Wonder Woman, and a Superman comic. But you see, you've got a non-Jason Momoa. Let me close that up. Put a little force into it. Non-Jason Momoa Aquaman. You've got a Robin, a Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Hawkman, Green Lantern, and the Flash with some stars. And the front has got some really cool graphics. Let me see here. It is, I see Lex Luthor, Penguin, Riddler, all of the heroes that I just mentioned previously fighting the villains. So, if you ever want to carry around your DC Superpower figures, there you are right there. Let's go ahead and go with this weird thing. My wife has a friend who is a NASCAR fan, and that's where this came from. You can't really see it. It kind of looks like a dilapidated Power Rangers mask, but it is a inflatable Pepsi NASCAR helmet. Pepsi. Next, let's go with this. So, no one knows what this is when I hold it up. If you do, you earn 10 points for the day. This is a 6-foot tall inflatable Godzilla. I know that because it's gonna hang out around my neck for a minute. Because this is the box. Thank you, KB Toys. 6-foot tall Godzilla. Thank you, Matthew Broderick, for being so awesome, and Gene Reno for just being Gene Reno. Maybe I'll do my next review with this one. 6 foot tall, you can inflate it. And I specifically remember this because before we owned a home, my wife and I had an apartment. And when I was going through the toys one day when I was off, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see what I got. And I was like, well, I got 2 6-foot action figures. I'm gonna blow them up and I'm gonna put them on the balcony because it's gonna be hilarious when she comes home. It was not very hilarious. Next one. Because it's right on top. Let's go with the other 6-foot blow up. Ooh, with suction cups. That's actually, you know what it was? That's why I saw it. 6-foot suction cup. Spider-Man. You can blow him up. He was hanging on my balcony at home. And I thought it was fun. I said, my wife is going to think I'm hilarious when she comes home and there's a giant Godzilla and a Spider-Man hanging off the balcony. We already know the moral of the story. She was not very happy. What do we got next? Okay. Skeleton animals. Anyone that knows me knows that I have an unhealthy addiction to claw machines. And the story goes, quick Reader's Digest version, my wife saw one in a claw machine when we were both stationed in San Antonio. I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna get it for you. And she's like, you'll never get it. I got it for her. She took it around the world with her on deployments. And any skeleton animal I find afterwards, I have to go win out of a claw machine. Next, we had some models yesterday. We got another model. This is Thor. Obviously looking like a Norse god. Look at that hair. This is really hard to do, actually. No? Actually, it looks way cooler when it was up here. We'll keep it up here. Next one, open loose figure. Open loose figure out of this box. The Ecto 1, Ecto 2. This is Ecto 1. Where's the license plate say? Where's the license plate? Like I said, this is my random box of loose items. So, of course, I'm gonna have the most unique, weird stuff in it. Actually, I did have this in our home previously, and I purposely put this out because I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. And my wife goes, "You have a cell phone. What are you doing?" Wolverine phone. If everyone remembers hamburger phones, if everyone remembers cool phones from the 90s, the see-through phones, guess what? You're not cool unless you got the Wolverine. Do you have the Wolverine phone? Because this guy does. This guy set up in his house, in his office, for one day. And my wife goes, put it away. And I said, fine. Because she's my wife. Anyone out there that's watching that's not married, listen to your wife. If she tells you not to do something, don't do it. Or if she says, you're good now, go ahead and put it away. Put it away. Another loose figure I got here. Captain America. Hear that? Turbo cycle, which this pops out with Captain America sitting in it, and he flies around. He's like, boo! No one likes you, Hydra. And then, of course, we're not going to talk about what happened like 2 years ago in comic books. It was just kind of a weird thing. Me and Godzilla. By the way, the last Godzilla movie, and I'm actually really excited. I guess more power to 11 or whatever her name is. Millie Bobby Brown. More power to her for being in the new one, the King of Monsters. I'm pretty pumped about the Godzilla movie. Like, I'm excited to go see it. I also thought it was funny that Brie Larson and what's his name? Is her name? No. She's one of the other sisters. She's got the two twin sisters that are famous. Whoever plays Emily Olsen, Elizabeth Olsen. Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Tyler, whatever. How they were brother and sister in the Avengers, but then they were husband and wife in Godzilla. I was like, wait a second. Wait a second, what's going on? Next one. I'm going to keep this for all my videos. I got a big Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, NWO Ring Fighters. These are the same ones. You could go, we've had these before on the show. You go ahead and you insert them into the game, and then you, I don't know, hit stuff. That was very suggestive of where the NWO logo was. Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump. What are you doing? Let me see. In this open box, look at that. An Avengers Frisbee. Another open box. So this is a big deal to me. This is from Gears of War 2. This is the tank. You can even see it's got the little weird skull and cog or whatever it was. So this was important to me, and it's not important because I don't really care about it. But it's important because I remember standing in line at Best Buy in Richfield, Minnesota to go get Gears of War. I want to say it was 2. Maybe it was 3, I don't know. And they come up to us and they go, sorry, all of your toys have been caught up in customs. The reason why it's important to me was because Best Buy at that point said, we're going to give you 3,600 Xbox points, which is like the equivalent of like, I don't know, I think $40 back in the day. But then they gave me 2 free years of Xbox Live because they didn't have the pre-order special. They didn't have the little tank waiting for me. And I was like, thank you, Best Buy. Also, when I first bought my HD TV, like my first ever HD TV, excuse me, I went to Best Buy and I was like, hey, I want to buy the Avengers on Blu-ray. And they were like, we don't have it. All we have is this 3D version plus Blu-ray. I was like, well, man, that's like $45. And they said, we'll give it to you for the $28 I think Blu-rays were going for at the time, or $25. So I was like, you know what, Best Buy, I'm going to give you my money. So everyone watching, give Best Buy your money. They might be an evil corporation, but they do pretty well take care of the people that buy things from them. Man, I might have to make this into 2 videos. Here's a Marvel Comics. I actually know exactly what these are, and because my mom bought them for me. Shout out to Mom. Shout out to Deborah. Deborah, you're awesome. There are... Okay. Well, apparently I now have popcorn peanuts, or whatever you want to call them, little styrofoam peanuts everywhere. These are salt and pepper shakers. These are Green Goblin and Spider-Man salt and pepper shakers. You know what? Just because I'm looking in the bin, we're going to make this a 2-video thing. I'm going through the problem box. Thank you everyone for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the bell icon. Please hit the like button. Please hit the button on your washer or dryer to make sure that your clothes are dry and or clean. But I will just say that I have so much fun doing this. You know, I do it for fun. Hopefully one day I do make money off of it, or, you know, I can sell my collection to someone that's watched all of the weird stuff I have. But for right now, I just have fun. It's a way for me to spend my time and play with the stuff I have. So thanks everyone for watching. We're going to go video round 2 once this thing uploads.